Some of the smartest coaches that I know run webinars that barely convert. It's not that they're bad at coaching, it's that the system is broken. It's either they teach too much, they promote too late, or they treat their webinars like a whole classroom instead of a conversion system. But don't worry, I got you covered in this video. Webinars is still one of the most powerful systems to boost those conversions and get your clients, onboarding them into your one-on-one coaching offers, selling your courses, or whatever you want to sell, which is high ticket. Because we all know ain't nobody's just gonna randomly buy a high ticket. You gotta give them a true reason for why they should buy your high ticket offer. To have a successful webinar, you gotta have these 3 stages checked out. What happens before the webinar, what happens during the webinar, and what happens after the webinar. Because each stage has its own problems that can quietly destroy results if ignored. So watch this video to the end to not miss out on each step of the journey to having a successful webinar. So stage 1, the pre-webinar. These problems happen before the webinar actually begins. Low registration, which is basically low landing page signups. So low registration means people simply aren't signing up for the webinar. This usually happens because the topic and promise are not very strong enough or compelling enough. Most coaches make titles like how to improve your fitness or marketing strategies for coaches. These topics are too vague. People only register when the webinar promises a clear outcome to what they're actually desiring for, help and improvement in whatever life they're going through in the situation. Because the thing about having generic titles, it really just wastes their time. When they come to your landing page, your registration form, they have to know what's in it for them. So meaning you gotta give them a clear outcome of what they're gonna get from literally giving their email and signing up for your webinar. Okay, don't overcomplicate it. Don't be saying, just get straight to the point so they can know what's in it for them. Okay, meaning that don't produce generic titles using ChatGPT. Think for yourself, do research, see what am I truly. In fact, for you to not even be able to be at that point to know what you're offering, you gotta really step back and really know what you're truly offering. But yeah, so why does this truly happen when you have no registrations? You have low registrations, no one is signing up for your webinar. What could be the actual cause of this? So one, often the webinar topic is too broad, okay, unclear about the result, not connected to a real pain point. And the too broad part is it makes sense a lot, because if maybe you're a coach and you're doing you want to sell them to a one-on-one coaching for skinny fat people, that is not too broad. Okay, if you're saying fat loss, just lose fat loss, that's a very broad topic, because there's so much categories for fat loss. There's fat loss for busy moms, fat loss for obese. This, you see how broad it is. So they have to know what's in it for me. Is this for me? You get what I'm trying to say? And by the way, guys, people don't sign up for information, they sign up for results. Okay, don't be signing up to you're gonna get this information. I sign up to you're gonna lose this, you're gonna have this body, you're gonna sign them to results, not information about you're gonna give them this, that. I'm not saying don't explain what you're offering. I'm just saying don't let it be about, I'm giving you this PDF guide, or I know people just be doing that where they just say, I'm gonna just be giving you 10 facts about body fat loss. Tell them what's in it for them, what they're gonna get from doing and joining whatever you're offering. Okay, so here's how to fix low registrations, aka low landing page signups. Use specific transformation promises. Okay, for example, a weak topic sounds like this: how to get clients. A stronger topic sounds like this: how coaches can get their first 5 high ticket clients without paid ads, promising a result. Okay, People, when they come in there, they know what they're getting. It's not too broad. Okay, I can say how to get clients in what area, like in YouTube, in TikTok. Right here I'm saying how coaches, I'm even identify coaches, I'm even mentioning coaches so they can know, oh, this is for me, I am a coach. Okay, get how coaches can get their first 5 high ticket clients. High ticket, I'm even identifying high ticket, not just saying clients. Okay, it's, you gotta really dig deep. Okay, dig deep into what you're dealing with so you can be able to give a clear promise. Okay, don't just get in there and just say whatever. So yeah, as I said, how coaches can get their first 5 high ticket clients without paid ads. Okay, maybe the problem is they're always paying paid ads and they just seem not to be getting clients with all those paid ads, and they're just losing money. Okay, another important factor is the landing page headlines. Okay, a strong webinar registration page usually includes a clear result, a time frame if possible, who is it for. So here's an example of a good structure: free training, how specific audience can achieve specific results without common frustration. Okay, another factor is low attendance. Okay, you got them signing up to your landing page, and now where are the people? No one is attending my webinar. So here's the catch: many webinars have a very, very strange issue. Lots of people register but few actually show up. Industry averages show that usually only about 25 to 45% of registrants attend live. So what was the point for the landing page? What's the point for all that clear, clean design and attractive layouts? So why this overall happens? Okay, people register because they are interested in the moment, but later they forget the webinar, get distracted, lose motivation, have schedule conflicts. Without reminders, attendance drops quickly. Okay, so you gotta understand that people are occupied. We humans are very occupied mentally. We have our own things, we have schedules, parents, family, picking up kids. So it's like, yeah, they sign up to your landing page, wow, great, but it doesn't end from there. You don't just sign up to your landing page and just somehow know that, okay, at this time that will happen, the webinar. You gotta remind them constantly. Okay, people forget. As much as your offer might be the golden sweet spot to solving the problem, and they know it, they can still forget. Okay, they can still forget. Things happen, so you gotta make sure you remind them. And how do you remind them? Having an email automation. Okay, having email setups, email marketing setup, just to remind them about the whole thing they signed up for. So here are strategies to fix that. Okay, use a reminder email sequence. Typical reminder flow is confirmation email immediately after registration, reminder 24 hours before the webinar, reminder 1 hour before the webinar, reminder 10 to 15 minutes before the webinar. Okay, that could be very controversial about how many times you will be reminding your prospects before the webinar starts, but that's just a little example and a strategy you can apply and see for yourself if it works for you. So each reminder should reinforce why the webinar matters. Example reminder email angle could be: tomorrow I'm showing coaches the exact client acquisition system that helped many coaches sign their first paying clients. Okay, another simple improvement is allowing people to add the event to their calendar. Okay, that's a very good optimal way to do it. But in order for this system to truly work, you gotta have in touch with good, powerful tools which will make your overall system, your overall funnel better. I'm not saying the tool is gonna magically poof do everything for you. You as a business owner or coach, you are the one that's to do the planning, know the timing and all that, know the email reminders, and you're the one that to do the system, but the tool just makes it way easier for you to do the work while you lay back doing other work. Okay, but stick to the end of the video and I'm gonna show you the tool, what it is, and how you can make your overall webinar conversion absolutely 100. So another problem is poor promotion. Okay, many coaches promote their webinars too late. They announce the webinar in a few days before and expect people to show up. You're not that. You're not Alex Hormozi. If you're Alex Hormozi, then of course, because he has built this big overall system, big overall base where you can just announce something a day before and everybody is instantly. But also that is not enough. You gotta really have time for anticipation build up so people can really sign up to your get in tune for your landing page. Good webinars usually start promotions 3 to 4 weeks in advance. Okay, so why does this happen? Coaches underestimate how much exposure people need before they commit. Okay, often someone needs to see something multiple times before registration, and here's how to fix it. Promote across multiple channels. Examples of promotion channels: YouTube videos, which is very good because it's a very long form place, and you can really have a lot of deeper connections with people who can hear your story. And if you're really truly passionate about whatever you're offering, social media posts, email newsletters if you have an email list, short clips or reels, community groups. The key idea is basically your content should lead naturally into the webinar. Example content ideas for, let's say, a fitness coach: 3 mistakes stopping you from losing fat, why most diets fail after 30 days. Then end the content with, if you want the full strategy, I'm teaching it in a free training this week. And so yeah, just see it as like you're like a rapper. When rappers drop, I know this is a crazy comparison, but like rappers like Playboy Cardi, when he was dropping Hola Red. I'm sorry guys, it doesn't sound very professional, but like he built a lot of anticipation. Okay, before the album dropped, he was busy painting like the world would be red across places and billboards, and everybody was even also paying other people to speak about it, which built anticipation for other from other places. Okay, same niche, but just other creators in the same niche of yours who are bigger than you also promote whatever you're offering within your event. Okay, and then build anticipation. People are in tune of what you have to offer, and yeah, just see it in that situation. Another problem is content overload. Many webinars fail because the coach tries to teach everything they know since when they're born. This overwhelms the audience. Okay, when people feel overwhelmed, they just stop paying attention. Okay, it has to be very simple to just at least get in that mind. Okay, why this over happens? Coaches want to prove expertise. Everybody wants to, coaches want to feel like, man, I'm the expert, by just trying to do so much. Okay, so they pack the webinar with too much information, but a successful webinar is not meant to be a full course. Its purpose is to help people understand the problem and see the solution clearly. You get that? Understand the problem and see the solution clearly. Okay, because people have problems. I'm not saying that type of problem or mental problems. I'm saying in terms of daily tasks or maybe with business stuff, that they have problems, but some people aren't really understanding of the problems. Okay, they're not really understanding, aware of what problem there is. Some people aren't even aware that they have problems. Some people, they just working with this funnel and they just have no idea that they're making a massive problem. They think this is normal. So understand the problem and seeing the solution clearly, which will give them clarity and trust that, okay, this could be meant for me. Okay, could be meant for me. Let me try it out. And yeah, as an example, instead of teaching 20 strategies, teach a simple framework like the 3 pillars of sustainable fat loss. Then explain pillar 1, pillar 2, pillar 3. Simple frameworks are easier to understand and remember. Like, don't be those old heads. Okay, that are just over, because you're gonna kill the overall kind of fun of it when you're just in there. You're like, oh, okay, if you know this, and you start explaining about things that happened in 1960 something and explaining history. They're gonna get bored of it and they won't really feel even the desire to even look forward to whatever you're offering, because you're just yapping and just making that day boring. Have clarity and have simplicity and get straight to the point and let them feel that, wow, okay, my time wasn't wasted, and I have a lot of clarity with whatever this guy is offering. Simple, okay? Don't be yapping like a whole boring history. Nobody likes the history teacher talking constantly. They want to clock off and do what they want to do, okay? Simple, bruh. As much as it might be their problem, not everybody wants to speak for 5 hours, okay? Yeah, they want the problem to be solved, but they also want to do their own thing also. So get to the point, provide value, and let them feel like their time wasn't wasted. Simple. And also, by the way, people aren't as advanced as you, so don't think people will really match your level of, I guess, intelligence with the niche you're in. So don't just think of it like that. Making your content in a way where it's not too advanced, okay? Like understandable for everybody in a way, in the same, you get what I mean, okay? Now the big part, live webinar. The live webinar. Now here's where things go down. Once the webinar begins, the focus shifts from attracting people to keeping them engaged, okay? And this is where presentation skills matter the most. So one of the problems that can really kill your webinar, your live webinar, is technical issues. Nothing destroys credibility faster than technical problems. Common issues include poor audio, internet interruptions, frozen video, screen sharing problems. So why this overall happens? So here's how to fix it, okay? Always run a full test session beforehand, because tools can really disappoint you last minute. Trust me, you'll be like, wow, I thought this tool, but you find that you had a lot of things to learn about the tool, ways to use it, its flaws and all that. So yeah, so you have to test the microphone, camera, internet connection, slides, screen sharing. It really helps, because what if you're living in a country where there's a lot of power outages? You gotta be aware of that. You kind of have all those people who genuinely took the time of the day to join your live webinar get disappointed. Oof, your network is gone, and now they're just like, wow. Imagine trying to schedule another webinar with the way people are busy, okay? It's just like, it's just diabolical. And one thing that also helps is to close unnecessary programs, use a stable internet connection, have backup slides or notes if anything goes wrong. Preparation removes most technical stress. Another problem is low engagement. As you said, okay, the work we did was attracting people. Now the work we have to do in the live webinar is keeping them engaged throughout the entire webinar. So during webinars, many attendants quietly multitask. Okay, they may check emails, browse social media, leave the webinar tab open. If engagement draws people, eventually leave. So why this happens? Long monologues make people lose crazy interest. So here's how to fix it. Add interactions moment. Okay, you gotta wake them up. Hey, some guys are just daydreaming. That's why teachers be picking random students just to wake them up. Okay, so examples: ask questions in chat, run simple polls, ask attendants where they're joining from. These small interactions make the audience feel involved. Engagement keeps people watching way longer. Also having some humor to that, people laughing, it just makes them comfortable and engaged. Not making it a boring place where it's like it's so robotic. Okay, what are we doing today? Add some humor there. These are actual people too, okay? Add some humor. As I said in my previous videos about writing email copywriting, you have to sound human so that people can really enjoy talking to you, right? Having some jokes, add some brain rot around there so that they can trust you with whatever you're offering, not see you as a sales machine. Okay, buy my thing, but no man, come on. No, it at least sound like a human at least, okay? Another problem is poor time management. Many presenters run over time. This happens when explanations are too long, Q&A sessions go off topic, the presentation lacks structure, and here's how to fix it. Plan a simple structure, okay? Example of timeline: 10 minutes introduction, 30 minutes 30 minutes teaching, 10 minutes offer explanation, 10 minutes Q&A. Have a structure, keeps the presentation very focused, because I've seen this a lot. I've been in places, events where there was not a webinar because it's live, it's actually in person, so it's basically a real live webinar where the time management was absolutely bad. Cool, okay, the webinar is you explaining, okay, but I'm saying there were a bunch of people explaining to an audience. One person was explaining so long and never thought about the other teachers who were presenting their stuff in their slideshows, and now others couldn't even explain. Just make sure you really fix this time management thing and don't really overlap, okay? Have a timeline and get to it as fast as possible, okay? So another problem which is very slept on is nervousness and delivery, okay? We spoke about the overall actionable side of things. Now let's speak about the overall human side of things when we're dealing with this stuff, which could be nervous and delivery. Even experienced coaches can feel nervous presenting live. We are all human, let's all admit on this. This may lead to speaking too fast. It's okay, it's just part of being human. Monotone delivery, forgetting key points because you're just so nervous. So why does this happen? Live presentation can cause a lot of pressure, especially the feeling of wanting to be perfect. So here's how to fix preparation reduces nerves. Helpful strategies include practicing the presentation once or twice, writing key talking points, remembering the audience wants help. Also remember, people join webinars to learn, not to judge the speaker. So yeah, make sure you sit down, record like this, like what I'm doing, and talk. Act like you're talking in a webinar. Practice and see how your mistakes, your flaws, because sometimes you find that reading a script, you get stuck at this part where it has to read this. There's just so many stuff you could find you have flaws at. So make sure you just sit down, put a video there, and practice your webinar on camera. The more you practice on camera and you do it on real life, you feel more confident, okay? You're gonna feel confident once you present your webinar yourself many times and then you do it real life. Because if you guys have been in an English class, you've probably heard about something called unprepared reading. We're not really confident about unprepared reading, okay? It's unprepared. We have no idea what the hell is in the book. So make sure you know what the hell is in your book, so you can have confidence when speaking and people can really trust and say, okay, this guy has confidence, not being shy, like be confident, okay? So far at this point, okay, you guys now understand the major stages of running successful webinars: the planning and promotion before the webinar, the execution during the live webinar, and soon after, the conversion process that happens afterwards the webinar. But there is one thing many coaches underestimate: running a webinar funnel manually or with a low quality tool can quickly become overwhelming or destroy your entire webinar funnel. Think about everything that has to happen behind the scenes, okay? Building registration pages, tracking who signs up, sending confirmation emails, reminding attendants about the event, hosting the webinar, delivering the offer afterwards, sending follow-up emails, tracking conversions to determine how successful your overall webinar process was. You see how many things are involved in this process? So trying to manage all of this moving pieces with multiple tools often creates unnecessary complexity. Is it complexity? I think it's complexity. So this is why most successful webinars marketers rely on centralized funnel systems that connect everything all together. One of the most widely used platforms for this is ClickFunnels. And what does it actually do? So ClickFunnels is a platform designed to build and manage entire marketing funnels, including webinar funnels. Yay! Instead of using separate tools for landing pages, email automation, checkout systems, and analytics, ClickFunnels combines these elements into one entire system. As its core, ClickFunnels allows you to guide potential customers through a structured path, starting from their first interaction all the way to becoming a paying client of yours or of your offer, as I would say. For webinar funnels, specifically, this means you can create the entire experience in one place, meaning that there is less confusion, messiness. I have this tool to help me host, I have that tool. Who knows how many people are going, by the way, when there's just really a tool where you can do all that in one place. So here are the key features that make ClickFunnels useful for webinar funnels. Okay, funnel and landing page builder. ClickFunnels includes a drag and drop page builder that allows you to create webinar registration pages, confirmation pages, sales pages, checkout pages. These pages can be built using customizable templates designed for conversions, meaning you don't need coding or web design skills to create professional pages, meaning that you won't have to be like Tony Stark to be able to crack the code for using ClickFunnels. Webinar funnel framework. ClickFunnels also includes dedicated funnel templates specifically designed for webinars. These funnels automatically include pages such as webinar registration page, confirmation page, webinar broadcast page, offer or checkout page. This structure gives you an immediate framework for using a webinar funnel without needing to build the system from scratch, from the ground. Automation and email sequences. Okay, another important feature is automation. ClickFunnels can automatically trigger actions based on what someone does inside your funnel. For example, sending reminder emails after registration, sending follow-up emails after the webinar, delivering replay links, sending limited time offers. These automated workflows help keep potential customers engaged without requiring manual communication. Who wants to do manual? Okay, what if you have 40 clients? It's just like manual is not the way to go, guys. It's very dangerous for your overall business. So yeah, it has built-in CRM and contact tracking. ClickFunnels also includes a built-in CRM system. This allows you to track important information such as who registered for the webinar, which emails they actually open, purchase your program, which funnel pages they visited. This kind of data keeps coaches understanding what is working and where improvements need to be made. And boom, another factor is conversion tracking and A/B testing. Another powerful feature is performance tracking. ClickFunnels allows you to monitor page conversion rates, funnel performance, revenue generated from each funnel. So you can also run an A/B test to compare different versions of landing page headlines or offers to see which one converts better. And overall, if you see which one converts better, you're gonna have better conversions and won't need to create another landing page from scratch because the other one did not convert better. So with my honest opinion, here's what you can realistically expect from ClickFunnels. Okay, ClickFunnels does not magically make your webinar successful. Okay, you still need a strong webinar topic, valuable content, a compelling offer. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not gonna sell you guys a dream. You still have to put in the work. However, with ClickFunnels, you know what ClickFunnels does extremely well is remove the technical barriers involved in building and managing a webinar funnel. So instead of struggling with multiple disconnected tools, it allows you to focus more on your content, your audience, and the value you provide. For many coaches, it's simplicity is what makes running webinars far more manageable and scalable. You guys cannot be having thousands of tools. Okay, it's gonna confuse your audiences when they have to jump from this tool to that tool, from this tool to that tool. Let it be simple, okay? A simple system is what's going to get you those conversions. A complicated system where they have to do so much is going to let them walk away because it's just so much frustration and confusion of where the hell to go. So get started with ClickFunnels 14-day free trial, meaning that you can get in there, see what it has, see its quality, and experience it for free for 14 days. It's just for 14 days, and also get weekly private tips from me to help you scale your business with webinars and funnel building and email marketing through getting valuable emails from me weekly. And yeah, link in the description. Get started with it ASAP pronto. So another final stage of this process I've been yapping for a very long time is the post webinar process. Okay, many coaches think the webinar ends when the presentation ends, okay, but it has not end, okay, but the real conversion process often happens afterward. So one problem of the post webinar is low conversion rates. Some webinars get good attendance but few people buy. So why does this happen? Often the webinar is unclear or oh my gosh, I said poorly presented. Example of mistakes: vague offer explanation, no urgency. Take note, this is still your businesses, okay? You gotta add some urgency on there. Unclear next step, and here's how to fix it, okay? Your offer should clearly explain what the program includes, who is it for, what results it helps achieve. Also provide a clear call to action. Examples: book a strategy call, join the program today. There's so many variations of call to actions you can say, like if it's a fat loss thing, it could be burn that belly fat now. There's just add a clear call to action. The examples that I'm giving you aren't entirely the full image. This is just examples you can try for yourself and see if it works for you. So you do what works for you, but as I said, have a clear call to action, and that's what's important when giving you guys advice, because you gotta have a clear direction, okay? People need to know where's the next step. Don't be saying, okay, but by the way, there's a link down below. Tell them, click the link, this to get started with that. Done. Okay, clear direction, okay? I know I'm saying okay a lot. I'm sorry, guys. Another problem is poor follow up. Most people do not buy immediately. They need time to think about it. Okay, this is a high ticket, so they need time to think about it. So if you don't follow up, potential buyers lose interest quickly. Here's how to fix it. Send a post webinar email sequence. Typical sequence could be email 1, webinar replay, email 2, key lessons recap, email 3, success stories or case studies, email 4, final reminder before the offer expires. This keeps the conversion going. And I know there's this whole thing of webinar, live webinar and evergreen webinar. Evergreen is basically where you already filmed the webinar and all they gotta do is just click and watch it at any time. Or live webinar where it's live. you know my advice, I just say do like live webinars, because with the you can, it just gives them okay, it just gives them accountability to just show up, and you can do replays afterwards. So it's just a very controversial thing of which one should you choose, evergreen or live. You see which one works for you. I'm not really sure on that about whether to go with evergreen or live webinar. My opinion is just go with live webinar. I think that's better. And yeah, because I feel like evergreen is just gonna make them very lazy, in my opinion. It's like, oh, whatever. So yeah, another problem is all ignoring the data. Okay, webinar produce valuable insights, but many coaches never review them. Okay, important metrics to include is basic registration rate, attendance rate, drop off points, conversion rates. And why does this actually matter? If people leave early, the presentation may need improvements. Okay, you gotta see metrics and analytics as a way to improve. Don't see it as an offense, okay? Just because you have zero conversions on whatever you're promoting or whatever the webinar you're having doesn't mean you're the worst person to ever live or you're a loser. It just means you just need improvements. I know it hurts when you see those metrics and you see that big red circle. Oh yeah, nobody, yeah, it hurts, but you gotta see it as, you know a message to tell you that you need some improvements to make, okay, with whatever you're offering. So if many register but few attend, reminders need improvements. Data shows where the funnel is weak. So the final part is the psychological part of this. Okay, I've been yapping for 10 years. I need to get this thing over with and just move on. So beyond the strategy, many problems are mentally. Okay, fear of imperfection. Many coaches delay webinars because they want everything to be perfect, but waiting too long prevents learning. The truth is most successful webinar systems improve through just taking action. Okay, so I go through this too. I feel like I need to be perfect. My first videos here, I felt like I was doing email marketing for nearly 2 years. What more do I want for me to at least? I thought I just had to have 10 years of experience before I could start making videos because I just felt like I was not perfect enough. I was not there enough. You gotta pick up your balls and say, either ways, even if I feel like I'm not perfect, taking action is what's better. And the more I take action, the more I learn. And the more I learn, the more I become an expert. That's the mindset you gotta have. That's the mindset I had, which is keeping me persevering and launching my one-on-one coaching and all that. So yeah. So difficult in selling. Some coaches feel uncomfortable selling. They prefer teaching only, but without presenting a clear offer, the audience cannot take the next step. The key mindset shift is selling is simply offering help to people who need it. So people just fall into this thing of feeling like they are, scamming people. They think, oh, I'm not. They just feel, scamming people. If you know that whatever I'm promoting is actually helping somebody, sell it. Okay, don't be afraid to sell. Sell it. Okay, sell it. Be confident, sell it. Okay, if you don't feel like it's very on point, you can, I don't know, sell it at a lower price, see the response, see the reviews, and then when you're confident that this thing can truly solve people's problems, that's when you can, you know, fully sell this with confidence. So overall, this is the end of the video. We're on 40 minutes right now, guys. Whoever's watching this video, you are the GOAT. You are the GOAT. You are just moving steps closer to overall having a successful business. And yeah, make sure you guys get started with ClickFunnels 14-day free trial because you're gonna get the 14-day free trial and also get weekly helpful tips from me to help you scale your business through email marketing, funnel building, and etc. And yeah, enough yapping, dabbling. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe to be by emails. Peace out.
Bye. Have a great time.